What's going on, you guys? Hope everybody can hear me. Let me see. I sound like I'm too loud. Yeah. What's going on? So, yeah. Oh my goodness. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody having a good day today. We got some things to talk about. We got some shit to talk about today. Take off your shoes before you enter the dojo. Please hit that like button as you enter the dojo. It seems, hope everybody can hear me. Let me see. Did you guys hear me good? Yes, yes, yes. Salute to everybody in the chat. Damone Dames, WJ Luckett, Dre the Man, Jason Williams, Freddie J. What's going on? Yeah. Had to start the stream a little early, but the the propaganda continues in the boxing community. I mean, was it all a lie? Is the question. Was it all a lie? The whole wrong side of the street, the Bob Arum, because it seemed like it's the same thing. And Crawford Ben stepped away from that side of the street. It seemed like these dudes are going through. It seemed like it's a collective effort to keep Crawford away. But we go talk about it. Let some more people get in the building, man. And of course, now the narrative has been turned to it's Crawford's fault. It's Crawford's fault, right? What's going on, Tribe? I see you in the building. He says, "What up, bro? You finally okay after Jake Spark Willie? Big, hey, that is a lot of controversy surrounding that little fight, man. I think Willie was on a take, man. You know, I think he was on a take. You know, I like Willie, but I think he was on a take on that one. And before we continue, right? I seen Keith Thurman. He's back. As we know, he's preparing for Mario Barrios, and he came out with a little video of him training. He had a weighted vest on, but in my opinion, he didn't look too great, people. Um, let me see. Salute to Winners Train, Losers Complain. I see you in the building. Let's see. Hold up. I forgot how to do this. Oh, there we go. Here we go. All right, yeah. Keith Thurman is like back, right? Hold up. I'm still getting used to this screen sharing stuff. Is it playing? Let me see. It should be playing. Hold up. All right, Keith One Time Thurman is back. This was on his IG earlier. Yep, Keith One Time Thurman. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me see. Yeah, is that playing? That Keith Thurman, was that playing? He was on the 15th round. Okay, cool. It's playing. Thank you. All right, yeah. Keith Thurman is back. If he was on the 15th round, that's cool. Um, yeah, Keith Thurman, you know, you rarely see him post footage of himself working. And it's Keith Thurman. He's on his comeback to face Mario Barrios on pay-per-view. It's a pretty interesting card, you know. It's been a lot of narratives throughout the years. And a lot of this stuff seemed to be a lot of bullshit, if you ask me. If you look at that card from top to bottom, I think Keith Thurman is the only black fighter on that damn card. So, yeah, why Gary Russell is not on the card or some shit like that. Like, I don't know what's going on. But, yeah, that's Keith Thurman working, got his weighted vest on, getting ready for Mario Barrios. We go see. You know, I think these guys were really using Terence Crawford's name to keep themselves relevant. I think they're simply doing this shit to keep their names relevant while they was bullshitting on the sidelines. Yeah, he said Keith ready to cash out. But we go see how Keith looks against Barrios. You know what I'm saying? We go see how he looks against Barrios. But we go transition to this bullshit that we've been witnessing in the boxing community. A lot of boxing fans are upset about this fight. Um, some fans are okay with it, you know, and we already know who that is. But other fans are pretty upset because this is not what we've been really looking for. You know, it seemed like they made a lot of effort behind the scenes to make this thing with Ugas a reality. You know, it's almost like they kept him away from Crawford this whole time while Crawford was focused on Spence. Meanwhile, Spence was focused on Ugas. I mean, it was a game they was playing. This whole Bob Arum shit and all this stuff, it was all smoke mirrors. It was a smoke screen to keep Terence Crawford out of the mix. That's what it's looking like. These guys still not showing the urgency or the willingness to step in the ring with Terence Crawford. Now, Sean Porter did it because he was on, quote unquote, out the door, right? They let him go over there and fight Bud, but nobody else. We keeping this shit in house, and you know. But a lot of people some of your favorite YouTubers seem to have spun this thing to make it as Terence Crawford's fault, when in reality the whole boxing world has been looking for the Crawford Spence fight. What's up, bro horse? I see you in the building. Yeah, you laughing. Yeah, I know. It's funny. This is like a tit for tat thing. Up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm tired of this shit, man. But I think Crawford should move on. I think he should move on from dealing with these dudes. The premier boxing champions, welterweight division outside of Sean Porter has been proven to be a bunch of divas. And it has proven to be a bunch of dudes that just don't want to deal with Terence Crawford. You know, you got people saying it's business and, you know, it's business. Yeah, it's business, but good business is making this fight with Terence Crawford because that's the fight that people got their money in their hands ready to pay you for to see. But I want to see Ugas, bro. And I like Ugas. The fight's good. I like Ugas, but nah, bro. Ugas could very well go up in there and make Spence look really bad and fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? Stupid. So it leads me to believe that he don't really have no intentions on dealing with Terence Crawford anyway. But just in case, he's going to have all three belts and really, really strong arm Crawford in the negotiations. 80-20. I mean, if he's already talking about 60-40, 70-30, imagine what he'll do once he gets all these belts. Right? Imagine what he'll do when he gets all these belts. You're going to have to take the 10. And then there's going to be a narrative that Crawford never wanted to fight anyway. It's a game. It's a game, you guys. And I don't think he says chess, not checkers. I mean, this is not chess, bro. This is boxing. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's chess, not checkers. You ain't Floyd Mayweather, motherfucker. Come on, bro. Like you ain't got the juice like that, dude. You easier work. That's why they hopping on you. Yeah. You easier work. That's why they hopping on you. You're not some mega star, not some super pay-per-view guy that's all in the public. He's not like a people's champion type of guy. You hardly see the motherfucker. And they really just hustling boxing fans. Really, that's what they're doing. And they expecting people to go pay for this shit? Shit, good luck. Good luck. Hit that like button for your boy. We just not getting started. As the news circulates through the boxing community, Dennis Ugas and Errol Spence in March or April, a lot of fans are upset. But then you got a group of fans that's happy. But in reality, this is not something that boxing fans want to see. Boxing fans didn't necessarily want to see Crawford Porter, but it's something that got manifested. Boxing fans don't want to see Spence versus Ugas, but it got something that manifested. And now the long, drawn-out process of the Spence-Crawford saga continues. Should it continue? Should Crawford move on? Should he move on to 154 or just look to fight whoever is willing to face him? Because at this point, you can't keep chasing a guy and he's not gonna stop running. He cannot keep chasing a guy and he won't stop running. But that's exactly what happened. I want Arrow to go out there and fight Crawford. He says no tune-ups or none of this stuff. I ain't giving him no slack. He ain't getting no slack on this end. No more. I gave him a lot of slack compared to others. Some of the guys in the chat are a lot more ruthless. I'm not giving him no slack, man. It's a game, bro. What's the game? What's the angle? Are you out trying to age him out? Are you trying to play catch up? Maybe. Oh, I'm going to go on my ranch. All this shit, right? He was telling us this whole time that he don't really want to fight this dude, but he'll go hop in there with Ugas. Ugas ain't no pay-per-view draw. He ain't got no fan base. He ain't got none of that. But it's okay for Ugas though, right? See how they do it? See the difference, people? We witness it live. The difference. Crawford, when it comes to Crawford, he had to jump many hurdles. He had to get a belt. He had to become a pay-per-view star. He had to get his numbers up. He had to get ticket sales. He had to go deal with Goliath. He had to go fly to the moon. He had to do a lot. Salute to Damone Daniels for the super chat. He says Arrow's new name is Arrow Sprints. That's what everybody been calling them too. Salute to Kush, the greatest. I see you in the building. Yeah, that's what everybody been calling him, man. Arrow Sprints. And it's sad that a guy like Errol Spence, who was loved by all, is now reduced to being called Arrow Sprint because he's been running from Terence Crawford. Crazy. We're going to see what Keith decides to do. At the Barrios, maybe Keith Thurman be willing to step in there. I think he will at this point. But anything other than that in the PBC side, I think Crawford shouldn't even really put. And this is probably why Crawford was saying, you know what, forget this fight. But the fans kept talking about it. He turned it back around and said, fuck it, I'll talk about it. But this is probably why Crawford was like, man, I'm done with this dude. Because deep down, as a fighter, you know when somebody wants to fight. And you just believe Crawford knows Spence don't want to fight him. Hell, if we know, you know he know. Dude don't want to fight. He'd rather go fight Ugas. Ugas is a tough fight for no reason. It's a tough fight for no reason. And if he fucks dude up, well, hey. It'll be a travesty. His fans will be in a frenzy. They'll be blaming Crawford and shit. Crawford should have just took the 40. What 40? Dude don't even want to go nowhere near this dude. So what 40%? Oh, man. And look, I'm hearing that Stanionis and Batwell is going to fight on an undercard, which will be a good idea. And the winner would be the next in line to face the winner of Ugas and Spence. I mean, that shit's going to be tied up, you guys. Whoever wins this fight is going to be tied up. IBF is going to be hell-bent on one of the champions fighting their mandatories. They're going to be hell-bent on that. This shit is locked up. This move that Spence made, yeah, they call it a chess move, but it also locked up the division for 2022. It potentially locked up the division for 2022. Because as we've seen recently, unifications truly don't trump mandatories. It's at their discretion. It's up to them if they want that to happen. Now, I did see a video where Mauricio Suleiman was interviewing, and he said he was going to try his best to make the Crawford-Spence thing. Like he said he was going to try to make Crawford the mandatory or something like that. But Errol Spence got to get past Ugas first now. Ugas may fuck him up. And look, what a crazy storyline twist, right, will be for the people that don't know, but for my hardcore box fans know that Ugas beat Crawford in the amateurs. It'll be a crazy twist if at this point of his career as a professional, he'll have to face Yordenis Ugas again if Ugas beats Spence. Or Ugas is the man in the division. That'd be fucking crazy, right? Crazy story. This dude beat me in the amateurs. As professionals, you know, he had his downs and ups, and I kept going up to the top. He found his way up to the top somehow, and I'm still trying to get there. And now I got to fight him again. That's a dope-ass storyline. Dope-ass storyline. If Ugas beats Spence, because Ugas beat Bud in the amateurs, right? And that'd be pretty dope if Ugas whoops on Spence punk ass And then now he unifies with Crawford for all the marbles at 147 as professionals at 34, 35 years old. That'll be dope. So that's a dope alternate storyline for Crawford and the PBC welterweights. But boxing fans don't want to see Spence fight Ugas. That's not what the people wanted. Everybody's saying they streaming it. Everybody's saying it's bullshit. You know. Yeah, he beat Bud twice in the amateurs, right? Yeah. So that'd be a good little storyline. Yeah, that'd be nice. Pretty interesting. What's going on, Mark Nash? I see you in the building. Tone Money says Ugas is number one belt welterweight. He beat the man. Hey, that's what it's looking like. Meet Joe Chill. It's looking like Spence paid not only Stanionis or whoever paid him, paid Stanionis and a WBA to make this shit happen, bro. They paid money. They paid money to not deal with Terence Bud Crawford. They say Crawford don't bring in money. They'll rather spend money than fight this dude. They'll rather spend money than deal with Terence Crawford, people. See, your favorite YouTuber's not going to keep it 100 with you like that. This dude, they literally paid money to not deal with Terence Crawford. That is the biggest fight in the division. That is the biggest fight in boxing. Everybody is willing to pay for that one. If you're not willing to pay for that one, shame on you. But he don't want to do it. He'd rather deal with Ugas, the most active PBC welterweight. The most active, who's very, in my opinion, is very capable of either whooping on Spence or either making him look bad. He said, I'm glad Spence stopped ducking Ugas too. Yeah, he was ducking Ugas for a while, low key. You know, Ugas was high in the IBF at one point, but I think Ugas went another route, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember what happened around that time. Errol Spence don't want to fight Keith Thurman either. It's starting to become a pattern here. He said the fight was already in the works. I mean, yeah. I mean, if it was in the works, they show was telling us some shit otherwise, right? Ugas was flying out to, where is it, Colombia or Venezuela or whatever, to try to have a meeting. Dude didn't show up, and you know he was really trying to make the thing happen with Spence. But they was like, nah. But then they had to put some money in front of them people's face. That's what happened. That's what happened. They put some shit in their face. They put some money in their face. And that's how that happened. So then they paid Stanionis probably his highest purse ever. And they gave WBA a nice little chunk. Just to make that happen. Instead of just going the Crawford route, he spent money to go deal with Ugas. To get Ugas out that jam. That is hilarious. That's high level ducking right there. That's like world class ducking. He said it's business. Nah, man. Yeah, it's business. Yeah. See, they say that a lot. It's business and and all that, but just say you don't want to see the fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just say, you don't want to see the fight. You happy with Spence fighting whoever he wants to fight. So I don't want to hear no bullshit about Crawford fighting whoever he decides to fight, because it's getting annoying. He said, how's he ducking fighting for the belt? Because it's not the fight that people want to see. That's how. Ugas is not a draw. Ugas is not this. Ugas is not that. Right? But that was the excuses when it came to Terence Crawford getting the fight. Oh, he got to do this, and he got to do that. And Jason Williams says that reaction was never detached. Like it probably wasn't, dog. I don't trust nothing. He called himself the truth, but he's looking like a lie. All this shit looking like a lie. It's looking like a lie, you guys. It's looking like games. Was Bob Arum just the perfect scapegoat for them to stall out Crawford? I mean, honestly. Was Bob Arum really the problem all these years? Was he really the problem? Because they seem to be making fights just fine on their end for the most part. Right? But one thing I know, and one thing I always remembered about PBC, even from day one, if those guys don't want to do something, Al don't make them do it. He don't make them do it. He says blame Bob. I mean, that's I mean, shit. Crawford ain't a draw. Spence ain't a draw. Ugas ain't a draw. Porter not a draw. Thurman not a draw. None of these motherfuckers are draws, bro. Let's stop the cap and act like these dudes, some of these dudes are superstars. Man, nobody know these dudes. Bro. They ain't stars like that, bro. I ain't no PBC hater by any means. I'm just one of these dudes on here that's gonna call a spade a spade. These dudes are ducking from. These dudes are avoiding Terence Crawford. Big time. Big time. I never seen nothing like it. He's the most feared. I never seen so many dudes that's supposed to be elite so scared of one guy. You saw how he got up out of there after the fight. He didn't even want to entertain it. He was just there. What was you there for? If you knew you was in there dealing with Ugas, what was you at the Porter Crawford fight for? Come on, man. This shit's a game, dude. These dudes are doing their best to keep away from this dude. That's why if Ugas whoops his ass, good riddance. That'll be the best thing for boxing. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, that's right, Mark Nash. Jake Paul's a bigger draw, man. So when these dudes try to be high siding on each other and the fans be co-signing that lame shit, I look at some of these UFC fighters and look at their followings. What dwarfing these dudes, lapping these guys, triple, double the amount. And these people ain't even champions. They don't even make half as much money. Come on, man. Stop the bullshit, bro. Like I said, a Nigerian, Israel Adesanya, got almost 6 million followers on IG alone. That's more than Crawford and Spence got on all their platforms put together. Stop the bullshit. It's propaganda, it's smoke and mirrors, and it's a tactic to stall out fights. In order for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford to take things to the next level, they had to fight each other. It's not going to be with Ugas. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I like Ugas. I'm not one of these dudes that hate Ugas or think he sucks. I like Ugas. But see, they see all they could do is shoot out names. They could just name call and because I'm spitting facts. And this happens on all platforms. This is why nobody don't want to fuck with me. Because I spit facts, bro. And they just start calling me names, fanboy, and all this shit. I got all this goddamn shit on this channel from karate all the way up to Dambe. Some of y'all probably don't even know what that is, but I'm a fanboy. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to call a spade, especially when it comes to this boxing shit, because there's a lot of liars, a lot of bullshitters out here. And it's lucrative. It's lucrative. Yeah. Salute to J-Rod for the super chat. He says, what's good, bro? He said they hollering Bud should have took the 60-40, but they never say him down like they did Mikey, Danny Porter, and now Ugas. Bro, it's a game, bro. Let's stop playing it, Jay. We got to stop playing this game with these dudes. It's a game. There was never no 60-40 for nobody else. He's able to magically make fights happen with all these other guys. But when it comes to Terence Crawford, the fight that the world wants to see, he don't want to give it to us. So why should we support him? Why should we support Spence Ugas? Why? So, L, hit that like button for your boy, too. Hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button. Yeah. Why should we support it, man? Yeah, they pandering for super chats, Jason Williams. They're not going to tell you the truth. Sometimes I don't even like the truth. But there need to be more platforms where they just go tell you the truth. And if you ain't gonna like it, hey man, this place ain't for you. Sometimes I don't like it either. Did Crawford really stay at Top Rank too long? Who knows? Because now, even though he's not with Top Rank, it's still the same thing. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows what the future may hold if he wants it. Like, come on, man. But meanwhile, behind the scenes, they making this thing to break Ugas out of his jam. They went through a lot to get Ugas out of that jam, people. That was a long little process. Long process. All to avoid Terence Crawford. Crawford should just go ahead and go up to 154. Stop playing around with these dudes. At 147. Maybe see if Keith Thurman wants to, if Keith Thurman looks good against Barrios, he may want some smoke. Because Errol ain't trying to fight him either, truth be told. So Keith Thurman, let him get his little comeback fight. See what he's talking about after Barrios. He may be feeling froggy. And we're going to go hop in there with Crawford later on in the year. And then Crawford go ahead and fight Keith Thurman. And then go ahead and move on up to 154. Because I believe with Spence making this decision, this distance completely sold up that part of the division. With these mandatories and shit, Then we had the IBF mandatory. The WBC mandatory. I mean, Errol Spence hasn't fought a mandatory in a while. Those guys hasn't dealt with a mandatory in a while. So, Danny Garcia was a mandatory, so he did the WBC, but IBF and WBA gonna be looking for their mandatories to get their shots. So that's going to essentially sew up the division for 2022. Clever. Before the year even started, they got it sold up. And now if Spence do beat Ugas, there's going to be a situation to where, now you got to take the 20. And like I told you guys before, when these guys come out in the public hollering numbers, these fights don't happen. They don't really want the fight. See, quietly behind the scenes, he secretly made the fight with Ugas happen. It wasn't in the public. You didn't know nothing about it. But this thing with Crawford has been a very public, back and forth, fans getting involved. Now Errol Spence has a negotiation team, managers and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? When boxing fans just want to see the fight. Yeah, these Spence fans are. I'm seeing some of these comments from these guys. I'm not even going to put it on the screen because they don't really. They're not really saying nothing. Just a bunch of trolls. Bunch of trolls. Yeah, Errol Spence, man, that dude, man, what a bust. All the heavy lifting. Nobody told your ass to do no lifting, bro. Who told you to do some lifting? Who told you to lift anything, dude? Nobody. Nobody told you to lift nothing. Nobody. Hit that like button for your boy. Hey, I don't think so either, Herbie Weaver. Keith, then he may not look good against Barrios, man. He may not look good against Barrios. He may look like crap. Then he may need another tune-up. We know Keith Thurman loves his tune-ups. Crawford ain't gonna wait around for that dude. He should just look for whoever's willing to fight him. If it's a fight with Taylor, so be it. If it's a fight with Jamel Charlo or Brian Castano, so be it. Because Ugas hasn't shown no real willingness to deal with Crawford either, if I'm honest. Maybe if he beats Spence upside the head and takes those belts from that fool, maybe he'll be like, yeah, you know what? I'm one fight away. I already beat this guy in the amateurs. Let me go ahead and do it again and close the chapter of my career. So Ugas, what, 35? He probably got another good 4 years left knowing him. He's Cuban. The Cuban boys can go. But yep. Let's see what the comments saying. Take what money, bro? I mean, you guys are talking about take this 40, take this. What 40? Take what 40? I'm not understanding what you guys are talking about. See, this is why fans don't need to get involved with these guys' numbers and their business. This is why. These dudes are just coming out saying anything. What money? Take what? Spence ain't offering shit. It was never a real offer. I'm not sure understanding why guys are still running with that narrative. There was never a real offer sent for Terence Crawford. It's not like Crawford was sent an offer and him and his lawyers looked at it, reviewed it, and they turned it down, or it was a negotiation room and Crawford walked out talking about he wasn't filling the numbers. It was never nothing like that. So what the fuck is people talking about? Just a way to protect Errol Spence, man. He's been ducking. He's been ducking for years. Call a spade a spade. Yeah, I know it sucks, right? He's supposed to be Errol Spence, the big fish. He was talking a lot of big shit. But in reality, it turned out to be all a lie. He called himself the truth, but it's looking like everything was a lie. Heavy lifting. Who's telling you to do this? Who's telling you to lift? Lift what? Why? We want you to box. We want you to box, bro. Why you lifting? Nobody telling you to go around and collect all these belts. Crawford got a belt. Go handle that. That's what we want to see, man. That's what we want to see. No real term sheets were sent, Mark Nash. None of that stuff. None of that. No term sheets, no nothing. Just a bunch of bullshitting from Errol's negotiators. And when I say Errol negotiators, I mean his fans. They've been negotiating like a mug. For 3 years, they've been on, and now all these dudes are businessmen. It's crazy, right? We're dealing with a bunch of boxing fans. They think they're businessmen. They think they understand the business of boxing. The business of boxing is almost like a chameleon. It's like a shapeshifter. You just never know. So you don't know shit about the business of boxing. So stop acting like you do. That shit could change like the day and night. I'm going to stay on their asses, Corey Palmer, because this is some bunch of bullshit. It's just business. This is why boxing fans get treated the worst out of all fans. Boxing fans, do y'all realize that boxing fans get treated worse than any other group of fans on the planet? Do you realize that? We get hustled, all types of shit. Right? Some of them other fights, they be like $30 on pay-per-view sometimes. $30, $20. They're not hustling, but they're giving you the best fight and the best. And them cards be stacking top to bottom with excellent matchups. In boxing, you get hustled like a mug. Every 2 months is a pay-per-view. They hustling us. I'll decide if I feel like. I know a lot of guys in the chat probably not go buy that fight. I'll decide if I feel like buying it. And if I do, it's going to be because I like Ugas. But they got to do some selling too. They go have to show me something. They go have to show me something. Errol Spence is boring as hell. Boring. So he go have to sell the fight. None of that Pacquiao Spence shit. That was boring. What was that? And then it's not like you the most exciting fighter unless the fighter you fighting pushing you like a Sean Porter. Other than that, he's a boring fighter. He said he gonna walk Ugas up and down. We go see. I don't think so. Hey, Kofi's Universe. Y'all go subscribe to Kofi's Universe. He says Ugas don't do numbers, but he's getting a fight. Come on, man. Make it make sense, bro. Make this make sense. Ugas, he don't do numbers. Right? You Dennis Ugas don't do numbers, bro. What was the Pacquiao pay-per-view? We don't even know. We don't even know. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Ugas is a pay-per-view draw or a guy that's packing arenas and nothing like that, bro. But he got to fight easily behind the scenes, bro. So easy. So easy. But it's like pulling teeth to get this dude even mention Terence Crawford for longer than a minute. Not even 30 seconds. He tried to run away and shit, like get away from the interview and shit. He don't want to talk about it because he knew that's what people wanted, but he knew deep down that's not what he's willing to give them. His fans should be mad too. His fans should be pretty mad. Like, damn, dude, like fight this dude. I'm tired of arguing with these Crawford fans. Y'all should be mad at this dude. Y'all should be mad at dude. Y'all should be mad at dude. Now y'all got to continue arguing with Bud fans. I'm about to be done with that shit. What's the split? Yeah, exactly. We don't know Cannabis Network. See, they not worried about the split with the Ugas fight. Hit that like button for your boy. They're not worried about the split with Ugas, bro. They're not worried about it. But when it came to Crawford, oh man, we need to know how much money he got in his bank account. We need to know what his crypto looking like. We need to know all of that. They need to know all of that. Ugas have a whole bunch of people dressed up as seats, but he was able to get a fight. You know what I'm saying? Salute to J-Rod for another super chat. He says Spence fans keep talking about numbers. The Spence does. We fixing to find out. He better not flop or lose, bro. Ooh, box fans gonna be on his ass. They gonna be watching them numbers. They gonna be watching how he performed. Risky fight for no reason, in my opinion. Ugas was gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? If Ugas was tough enough to get through the gauntlet, he was gonna be there when the smoke cleared. They could have him and Crawford could have been dealing with each other in 2022, and then the winner go off in 2023, unified with Ugas or something. That was the scenario that I foreseen, was expecting. But of course, in boxing, this is why I say these guys that act like they know the business, but they don't know shit. You never know what's gonna happen. The fighters don't even be knowing. On some real shit, the fighters don't even be knowing what be going on. Hit that like button for your boy. Yeah, they keep talking about these numbers though. Now, you know, whatever number they come out with, they go add an extra 100K to it or something, right? They go exaggerate the numbers. We know that shit ain't gonna do well. A lot of fans already saying they not gonna buy it. Yeah, when it's trained losers complain, it's the same thing, except these dudes are not draws. Not even close. Not even close. He said, "Y'all hope Ugas win." Yeah, I hope Ugas win. Yeah, I like Ugas anyway though. So yeah, I like the underdog. I want Ugas to whoop on dude. Yep. I want Ugas to whoop on dude. And then that way Crawford can fight his rival that beat him in the amateurs, and at this point in their careers for all the marbles at 147. Get all these divas out the way. We go see if Ugas' energy changes because he don't seem too eager to face Crawford either. Maybe because they got a little plan and they lured Ugas in. It's a plan to keep Crawford out. It's a plan. Keith Thurman probably ain't in on that plan, but he probably looking to cash out fighting Bud too. Yeah, my bad. I got kicked out the whole stream and shit. Lions Truth says it's a trap fight due to Ugas' experience in the fact that he exchanged a lot. Spence should take that belt. Actually, Ugas, you're right. Ugas likes to punch with you too. He'll punch with you. He's willing to take one and give one. Spence don't necessarily like to do that. And Ugas is a guy that has some reach to him. Um, yeah, he's not some shorter guy or no shit like that. Now he's not the most fastest footed Cuban fighter, but he's aggressive. He's gonna beat the. He gonna beat it. He gonna give Spence some work. He gonna give Spence some work. He's the most active guy. He's on. He's always in shape. He's disciplined. He probably gonna beat Spence ass, and if he does, good riddance. Errol Spence don't got no power either, man. So I mean, none of them dudes, other than Crawford, have shown to have real power. Crawford stops everybody. Them dudes ain't been stopping nothing, bro. What's going on? Was it all a lie? Was it all just smoke and mirrors? Was it all propaganda? What happened? Because once them dudes stopped knocking people out and shit, Crawford's still knocking people out. He's still stopping dudes, man. So what's really good? Still stopping dudes. Yeah, he hasn't stopped nothing since 2018, bro, man. Y'all hit that like button. We got 91 people in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. Let me see. how many likes we got, man. Y'all be holding out on them likes. 52 likes. Oh, nah, man. Come on, man. Y'all got to hit that like button. Come on, man. We need about like 30 likes. We need about 30 likes. These dudes, though, as you can see, they down. He said old Kell Brook. See, that's what I'm saying. An old Kell Brook, pre-retired Sean Porter. They're gonna be talking all kinds of shit about no matter who Crawford fights, but they're gonna be bigging up anybody Spence fights. But prior to Spence fighting Ugas wasn't nothing. Prior to Spence fighting Sean Porter couldn't sell out a family diner. These dudes are straight out of a goddamn comic book. These dudes are straight out of a comic book. And ain't nobody got no time for that shit. He said, y'all giving Ugas a chance. He lost 4 times already. He said, don't let that fight with Manny fool y'all. Spence couldn't even get past his last camp leading up to Manny. What was the catch behind that? What was the catch behind that? The footage they show he was getting whooped on by dude. He was getting whooped on by dude. Yeah, Ugas did beat Porter, in my opinion. Wait, let me see what Drizzy KO says. He says. Hold up. Oh, he said, did I see Blu-ray hating on Crawford this morning? No. I didn't see that dude hating. All them dudes are cowards, though. All them dudes are ducking. It's been a collective effort from guys like him and many others to protect Errol Spence from Terence Crawford. Right? Your favorite pro-black channels and all these dudes, right? And look what they doing to the blackest dude out of all these motherfuckers. Look what they doing. It's a game, y'all. The guy that they anointed as the best just ain't acting like he's the best. Yeah, sometimes Ugas don't show up, but I think he will show up. He showed the fuck up for Manny, though. You know what I'm saying? He showed up for Manny. Crazy. Almost like he was prepared for Manny. Almost like he was prepared for Manny's style. You know what I'm saying? Almost like he was prepared for Manny's style. He said, bro, want to be a trainer and Lil Durk at the same time. Bro. Wow. You ain't lying. But Blu-ray don't really know nothing about boxing. He says Josh Taylor. He's Blu-ray said Josh Taylor Ortiz beats Bud. Also said Bud doesn't do anything impressive. That's funny. Dude don't really know nothing about boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? He don't. God bless him. That's all I can say to that guy. With all the theatrics and shit. God bless him. God bless that dude, man. He don't know nothing about boxing. He just trained Arrow for a couple of fights. There's a reason why Arrow don't got dude in this camp either. Yeah, he ain't like he just cool with Spence, bro. He don't really know nothing about boxing. He's I seen some shit this guy said, bro. He really going with the flow. He don't really know much about boxing. But he know Errol Spence. He's out here faking the funk. You know what I'm saying? You don't know shit about boxing, bro. You don't. God bless him, man. That's all I can say to a lot of these guys. They out here pandering and shit and lying to people. Hit that like button. We got 93 people in the building. They out here pandering and lying to people. He said, who's Bud next opponent? It would have been Spence, but he too scared. He said Bud needs to handle his business better. See, these guys, Bud ain't even with Top Rank no more, right? See, that whole Bob Arum shit was just all these dudes lames, bro. I'm not even about to read their comments no more. I'm not. They some lames. He need to handle his business better. Man, these dudes are running from this guy. Mixed martial arts, this behavior wouldn't be accepted at all by any means. It wouldn't even be accepted at all. But in boxing, oh, you get a pass from being a buster. As long as you got a fan base. As long as you got a groupie like ride or die fan base, you can be a buster in boxing and get away with it and duck the tough fights and fight fucking guys you're supposed to beat and shit. You can do that in boxing. Only in boxing. Yeah, he would have been fighting Errol Spence, but Spence and his fans and many others doing a good job of keeping Crawford away from that punk. It's funny too. People was coming for Spence on Twitter. They was coming for him. When he said he doing all that heavy lifting, they was coming for him. Nobody want to see that shit, bro. Nobody want to hear that. Nobody want to hear that. Nobody want to see that. All we want to hear and see you say and do is I'm going to be fighting Crawford in 2022. That's it. Nobody want to hear none of that other shit. No more ranch, no Ugas, no none of that. Threw out Sean Porter in the front lines just to get him to, you know what I'm saying? He saw the way Bud handled Sean. He's like, oh, hell no, I ain't dealing with this dude. Hell no. Let me fight Ugas real quick. let me go fight Ugas real quick. Let me get that belt, and then I'll see if Crawford want to fight when I hit him in the head with the 20 ball. Or hit him in the head with the 20 ball. Crawford got to take the 20% if Errol Spence. That's the worst case scenario. Because that fight won't happen. Spence won't come into negotiations in good faith or nothing like that. He's going to come with that mentality. You know, if he's already talking 60-40 and all this shit now, wait till he gets that third belt. You must forget about this fight. People in Crawford should just go ahead and move on from dude. Go ahead and move on from Errol Spence and this whole bullshit. It's just been a waste of time. Truthfully. Waste of time, you know. And just because if he do beat Ugas, that ain't gonna mean he's the best. We not even gonna give him that. Nah, we ain't gonna give you that shit at all. You gotta fight Crawford for that title. Since belts don't mean nothing and your kids don't eat off belts and shit like that. Lame ass nigga, man. Errol Spence is lame as hell, bro. He said a lot of lame shit that contradicts everything how he's moving. Oh, my kids don't eat off of belts and but you going after Ugas belt and you paid money to fight Ugas. Dude is lame, bro. Total opposite how he's hey, I can't wait. Like I said before, I can't wait till this little era of welterweights is over with. I cannot wait till this shit is over with. It has been nothing but some bullshit. You can't lock Crawford out, bro. They've been doing their best for years. Even remember that time they WBO, they didn't want to recognize WBO as a champion and shit. They it's an agenda, people. We've been seeing the signs over the years. Other people acting like it's just business. Nah, it's bullshit. Y'all want to keep this dude away from Spence. Y'all want to keep this dude away from Errol Spence. Salute the good fella too, man. And salute to WJ Lucky for the cash apps too, man. Much love, bro. Yeah. It's been a collective effort for these dudes to stall out Crawford, man. And it's been this way for years. But it's been a lot of excuses and shit to cover it up. But in reality, this is exactly what these people been doing. I mean, look at how some of the brass even talked about Crawford. Outside of the Watson's kids and shit like that, Watson boys, and maybe Floyd Mayweather, everybody else don't seem to really want Crawford over there. This Tim Smith dude, all these other fucking guys. Yeah, they don't want to deal with Crawford, man, because he's bad for Errol Spence's brand. He could fuck up Errol Spence's brand. Errol Spence got the big Texas behind him and all this shit. It's almost like it's a gimmick. And Crawford is bad for business. Yeah, that's right, because he could whoop the shit out of that dude. He could whoop Errol Spence. That's why. And they don't know if Crawford goes officially sign with them on like he may do a 1-fight deal, 2-fight deal. They don't know if he goes stick around. He may be on that free agency shit. Let's see what the chat is saying. Salute to Boxing Jams. Y'all go subscribe to Boxing Jams, man. He got some excellent breakdowns and all that good stuff, man. He's the man at that shit. Go check him out. He says, did Spence lock himself in a standing on his bro? That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. And as we know, you just never know what happens in boxing, right? But that's what it's looking like. Not to mention the IBF probably gonna make. Whoa, I don't know what that was. He probably gonna make Boots fight an eliminator fight. And then they go back. The division seems like it's looking like it's tied up, bro. Honestly, it's looking like it's tied up. Because these guys stepped aside, so they got next. They both had their little unification, so now they're going to have to deal with a mandatory. I mean, it was a tactic to really stall out 2022, in my opinion. That's what it's looking like. They really got the whole. Yeah, this thing got this little. I don't even know how I hit that button. Yeah. He said it's going to be a draw between Spence and Ugas. It might be. Shit, he barely beat Porter. Shit, he barely beat Sean Porter. That's right, T.Y. Boogie. They've been blocking out Crawford for years, bro. He says, I ain't going to read that shit from these dudes. Because we know what happened with Crawford's pay-per-views. That shit got sabotaged. Sabotage like a mug. And let's be honest, Errol Spence and them pay-per-view numbers ain't that high, man. Them dudes' numbers, man, all that shit cap. They didn't even want to release Tank numbers because it was catastrophically low. All them pay-per-view numbers is low. Anything under 600,000 is a bust. Spence ain't hitting 500,000-600,000. Come on, man. These dudes ain't moving the needle like that, bro. It's all fucking smoke and mirrors and shit. It's been a big game. Errol Spence knows what he got to do to get the right numbers. And that's fight Terence Crawford. All this other shit is bullshit. Yeah, $X, 300K, and you a big star. Man, that's a bunch of bullshit, man. Come on, man. Small-minded. 300K? You only got 300, man, come on. That's a star? No way, bro. 600K and up is good. Anything under that, depending on who you are, is a bust. And if you're a guy that's been claiming to be a star in the sport and a big draw, and you drawing, let me turn off this damn T-Pain shit. Be a big draw and shit. You claim to be a big draw, shit. I expect you to do at least 700,000. So him and Ugas, right? They should do, since these dudes like numbers, we gonna be watching his numbers and shit now. We gonna be watching his numbers since they like to play this fucking numbers game. And if Spence don't do 600,000 or more, and he's a flop. Yeah, this thing got this auto tune and all types of shit on it over here. Hold on, you guys. One second. Yep. He says, Jay Cooley says, Errol the big fish. He holds Bud's career in his hands. Bud ain't reaching Errol's number. Stop hating. You look bad up there, dude. Ain't nobody hating, bro. I'm calling a spade a spade. Wow, still. Yeah, nobody hating. We just calling a spade over here. It's just not what you used to hearing, lies and bullshit and what you want to hear. Errol Spence ducking this dude, bro. He's absolutely terrified. Absolutely terrified. Terrified. Hold on, I'm doing something. Yep. Hit that like button for your boy. Yeah, I bought Bud's fight. I bought Bud's last fight. I have no problem supporting the brothers, Sean and Bud. I had no problem buying that fight. Salute to Dirty Red for the super chat. He says, how one-way division EJ holding somebody's career? He ain't even holding his own career. Al is. Right, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He ain't even in control of it. He ain't doing his own thing, bro. One weight class and shit. And killing himself to make the weight. Jesus Christ, man. It's always something. Salute to D Luckett. I see you in the building. And thank you for the super chat, Dirty Red. Hey, Sonny Chiba, 6 years to unify 3 fights, bro. 6 years, bro. Mayweather had a really, really bad effect on boxing. Spence ain't even he's been at that weight class. How long he been at welterweight? Errol Spence should have had all that shit done. All this shit he's doing is heavy lifting bullshit. That shit should have been done already. If he was, you know what I'm saying? But nah, here we are. Even years before Crawford got to the division, he still ain't did shit. He ain't did nothing. So who's really making the right business move? Crawford was able to become undisputed in everything. Actually become lineal. Had that little nice, pretty little red, white, and blue belt with the gold buckle on it. Yeah, he had that twice. So he was officially the man. But right now, nobody has that ring belt. Because they waiting for Crawford and Spence to unify the division. Yeah, 3 years postponed, car crash, then yeah. No, I say Floyd had a bad effect on boxing because shit, these dudes trying to move like they Floyd. Floyd Mayweather put in some serious work. King KO said, watch Ugas whoop this boy. I'm telling you. Super Jamal says, Mickey Bay already told y'all Al run their career. They told the PBC to tell them to do. Yeah. Y'all noticed that when they was talking about that, they tried to kind of leave PBC out of it and really focus all the attention on TMT. But in reality, we know that TMT is the same thing. Yep. Hey, yeah, man. He became the same guy he was chasing, Keith Thurman, Dollar X. Yep. Nope. And this fight ain't gonna sell well. It's not gonna sell well. Spence can't even talk. It's not like he's been on camera or in front of a microphone working on those skills. That's like almost like a skill. Some people naturally got it. Others got to do it a little bit more to get comfortable. Errol Spence don't even do it enough. He ain't gonna sell this fight. This fight ain't gonna do no numbers. They ain't gonna tell you the numbers. Just like with Tank, they're not gonna tell you the numbers. They go act like it don't exist. Oh, we don't gotta tell you the numbers if we don't want to. It's at their discretion. Bud could talk better than Spence, and he got more interviews than Spence. There's more videos and everything of Terence Crawford than there is of Errol Spence, dude. Spence don't. You hardly see this dude. And then when he do talk, he just real cryptic, like one-liners. He don't say shit. Spence don't even type shit. If those numbers flop, yeah, no Mexican involved. If the numbers flop, well, good riddance. They paid all kinds of money to stay away from Terence Crawford. They paid all kinds of money to stay away from Bud. That's how I'm gonna look at it. Smart business, motherfucker. You spent a lot of money to not just fight this guy, the biggest fight in the division, the biggest fight in boxing. You paid a lot of money to go fight Ugas instead to get him out of a jam. He said his whole era is like business. Yeah. This is why boxing shouldn't, that's why people shouldn't buy these pay-per-views no more. Support who you want, but I recommend boxing fans don't buy these pay-per-views till we get the fights that we really want to see. Hey, they calling blood fans blood sexuals, but Errol Spence out here kissing Yellow Beezy. Y'all remember that? Remember that, Drizzy? Errol Spence the one out here kissing dudes and dancing with dudes and all this stuff. Yeah, yeah, y'all forgot about that. He was kissing all on Yellow Beezy on the couch. Yeah, yeah. That's what he was doing. Yeah. Y'all forgot all about that. Y'all brushed down to the rug real quick. Now we didn't forget. He was on the couch kissing old boy. You know what I'm saying? Weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Dude lame, man. Dude lame as hell. Oh man, see the chat is a lot more ruthless than your boy, man. Hey, Adrian Grains, you ain't lying. They paid. He said Arrow and PBC just paid 2 guys to duck 1. I'm telling you, bro. Yo, hit that like button. We got like 100 people in the building. Yeah, they paid 2 guys to duck 1, bro. They paid 2 guys to duck 1. I mean, wow. This is what they're doing out here in these streets. Yeah, WJ Luckett. He said his kids don't eat off belts, but now it's strap season all of a sudden again. Man, come on, man. Let's not play dumb, people. Let's not fall for the okie doke. Let's not fall for the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? Let's not fall for the okie doke, man. He said his kids don't eat off belts, you know. But when it comes to Ugas, oh well, shit, yeah, they eat off belts. Oh, it's strap season, yeah. They hate that Terence Crawford exists. They hate that he's even in that division. You best believe that. And it's been a collective effort from the people behind the scenes, from the promoters, from fans to keep Crawford away from this guy. Because he's already showing the world that he's better than this dude. He's showing them up. Everybody, they share common opponents. And Crawford's running these dudes out the ring. He's been struggling with these guys. He's almost starting to look like a media creation. Like he's starting to look like a manufactured fighter. That's what Errol Spence is looking like. Yeah, I said it. He's looking like a manufactured fighter. He don't even want to fight Keith. He don't even want to fight Keith. That's why if Ugas whoops dude, then good riddance, man. Fuck it. Ugas whoop on dude, well, good riddance. Maybe now we can get back to some real boxing. Thurman to be off the square. Spence to be off the square. Porter gone. Maybe we can get to some real boxing if these dudes get out the way. All right. Maybe we can get back to some real boxing. It don't matter when he fought Porter. That's the fight y'all asked for, Mike Jones. That's what y'all asked for. Nobody wanted to see Crawford versus Porter, but this is what Spence fans have been pushing, and then it just manifested to a real thing. Nobody really wanted to see Crawford and Porter fight. That's what y'all wanted, to protect Errol Spence punk ass. Salute to J Luckett, D Luckett, for the super chat. He says Bud just needs to walk into the ring after the fight. 3 belts, then there's no excuse. Right. He needs to walk right into the ring. Maybe Dallas this time won't stop him if it's not in Dallas. Because last time they surrounded Steven Nelson and Bud, and they didn't really get to the ring while Spencer's up there looking like a punk. Yeah, E-Foul play. These dudes are clowns. He says they're cheering for Arrow to win a negotiation. Happy that the biggest fight gets pushed back another year plus. They'll be happy when the Mando gets ordered after the Ugas, I'm telling you. And they'll be bigging up this mandatory fighter, saying he's a tough fight and he's this and that. Man, I'm telling you, man, these dudes are clowns. This is why Crawford should just move on from this shit, bro. I'm tired of arguing with these dudes about this fight. I already know who the best welterweight is. I already know. I don't need to see no belts and shit like that. I already know who it is at this point. The fighters in the division are making it obviously clear. Now, the younger guys coming up, that's a different story. But these guys right here, yeah, man, we already know who the best out of these dudes on the screen. We already know who the best dude is. Crawford stopped Porter already. He will stop Thurman. He'll likely stop Ugas, and he's stopping Spence. He's stopping all these dudes. He's stopping all of them. They don't want to deal with him. They're going to rate him out for another year or two until he gets a little older. I mean, hopefully he slows down a little bit. Then maybe they can hop on, but then they slowing down too. They saying I sound bitter, I sound mad. I mean, look, it is what it is. This is boxing. You just don't like what I'm saying, so you go. They take shots at you when they don't like what you're saying, because what you're saying is the truth. Yes. Cool. Yeah, they don't like the truth, so they say, "Oh, you mad? You bitter? Oh yeah, I'm fucking mad. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm mad. Yep. Yeah, I'm mad. Huh? Sure is. Yeah, mad. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat shit. I'm pretty annoyed. I'm not like mad when I'm gonna be raging. I'm pretty annoyed. I'm pretty annoyed with boxing. And Errol Spence Jr. He just a punk. He's a punk. I hope Ugas whoops his ass. Yeah, it sounds taboo to say that, right? But I hope it happened. What's wrong with being rooting for Ugas? Yeah, I'm rooting for Ugas in this fight. I'm gonna be rooting for Ugas 100% in this fight. I hope Ugas gets the job done and beat the shot of this dude. Get him out the fucking way. Let's get him out the way. Come to win, Ugas. That's all I gotta say. Nobody want to see this shit. Nobody got time for no 4-year drawn out battle with. Man, get up out of here, bro. He said Arrow before the wreck couldn't stop Sean. I'm telling you, he can't. Come on, bro. But there was excuses for him. Oh well, he wasn't. Man, that's his fault. This is why he can't beat Crawford either. He can't beat Bud. He said, yeah, Marvin Terrell. I'm telling you, they killing Arrow on Twitter, bro. They killing him, bro. They coming for him. It's just not your boy, but shit, I'm just one of the few on YouTube that's doing it. That's coming for him. I'm coming for him. That's some bullshit. But see, the bigger channels, they're gonna offset the narrative and say, well, it's all Crawford's fault. He should have just took the 40. These fanagers will come out here and say that lame shit. But I'm gonna tell you what it is. These dudes been dodging this dude for the better part of 3 or 4 years. That's it. Errol Spence is scared. He is scared. Yeah, they say, oh, fighters don't scared. Yeah, shit. This dude is terrified. He may not be scared, but he sure is terrified. And and rightfully so, Marvin Terrell. And rightfully so. They should be slaughtering dude on Twitter. Coming for him. That's right. Boxing fans wasn't so forgiving for Keith. They came for Keith. They destroyed Keith. Spence no fighter is above criticism. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, he got to get it too. That motherfucker ain't gave the fans shit they want to see. So why should we protect? Why should he have this protection that other fighters don't get? He ain't gave nobody nothing they want to see yet. He ain't even fight Keith Thurman yet. That's on the same side of the street. But they go through thick and thin to protect this dude and his image. But he really showing us that he ain't what we think he or thought he was. AE foul player, this is what we're dealing with, bro. He says there was a call on the show I listened to, and the callers were laughing, happily saying Bud ain't gonna have nobody to fight now. I already know. That's what we're dealing with out here. Instead of these dudes being real boxing fans, want to see Crawford mix it up with everybody, right? That's what the narrative was at first. We want to see Crawford fight everybody. Now all of a sudden, oh well, we glad he ain't fighting nobody. Yeah. We like to see this black man fail. We want to see his career fall to shit. Yeah. That's what we dealing with, y'all. And it's black people doing it. Yeah. It's not the Mexican guys. It's not the white guys. The Asian guys, the Middle East. No, it's black folks. Wanting a guy that they got considered the best boxer in the world. But you got a lot of black people making a collective effort to tear him down, not to keep him away from another guy. Like, it's crazy. But these are the guys that preach they for the black fighters. And if you go beef for black fighters, beef for all black fighters. It's a joke. It's a joke. Beef for all black fighters. What about Boo Boo Andre? Oh, no, we don't like him. Nah, You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. These dudes, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a game. They pick and choose. Right? Like one dude blacker than the other. Yeah, I'm going there. Because that's all I see is black folks hating on this situation. All I see is black folks trying to stay away from this fight. That's all I see. Yeah, they created channels to uplift and support black fighters, but they don't support all black fighters. It was cap. It has been proven to be cap. It's been proven. Hey, that's the only way we could do it, Nora Cannon. Don't buy the fight. Don't buy the fight. And I'm not even got it. I really don't even like to do shit like that. I really don't. I really don't. But it's at the point now to where now I'm going to be preaching shit like, hey, don't support the fight. I typically don't like to do shit like that. I don't. But in this case, nah, man, because y'all hustling now. Y'all hustling us now. Yeah, they starting to hate Shakur too. I don't know what it is, bro. Maybe it's this Al Heyman PBC thing, man. That shit's out of control too. I never got too deep into that. I used to be a PBC guy like a motherfucker too, but I was like, you know what? Let me pull back from all of that because that's not really, I'm more of a fan of boxing than any promotional company or any network company. And then I was noticing how those dudes was moving over there, and it was sus. You know what I'm saying? Yep. He said people that not signing PBC weird as hell. Nah, they black, bro. Why they weird? Because they not over there with them. Devin not signed with PBC. Is he weird? Them motherfuckers fight once or twice a year. How are they? How are these other guys that's getting a little bit more activity weird? How? PBC. Let me tell y'all something. As a guy that was trying to get credentials and shit, right? PBC is the hardest one to get fucking credentials for. Top Rank will let your boy up in there. Yeah, yeah. ESPN Top Rank, yeah. If I apply for credentials, I can get in there. The Zone Matchroom, yeah, The Anthony Wheeler guy, yeah, they'll let me in there. But PBC, yeah, that shit Fred and T Street was talking about is real. It's man, it's not what you fucking think. That's why I pulled back from all of that. Once I saw that, I'm like, maybe PBC just not as black as I thought. Yeah, that's right. Maybe they're not as black as I thought. Al Heyman predicted he was on a mission to keep Leo Santa Cruz from Gary Russell Jr. A black man, a black fighter, a talented one of the best. Come on, dude. Stop the bullshit. He said Bud and Andre make weird, but man, that's these guys' lives, dude. They're millionaires. They make good decisions compared to us regular folks. These motherfuckers rich. What you mean they make weird business decisions? They rich. We just want to know who the best fighter is. Who cares about these grown men's business? Y'all do some lames, bro. This is the shit we're dealing with in this boxing community today. They make weird business decisions. Motherfucker, they rich. God, dog, bro. Like I said, the best thing for boxing will be Errol Spence getting his ass kicked by Dennis Ugas. All this shit will be over with then. End it early. Ugas will play spoiler once again. Hopefully your Dennis Ugas gets the job done. Nobody playing around with these dudes no more and they fucking bullshit. All that ducking and dodging. Yeah, that's right, brother Gerard. We need the spirit of the 80s back, man. We need the spirit of the 80s back, but unfortunately, we far gone from that era. Y'all hit those like button for your boy. That's right. We spitting real shit over here. We spitting that real shit over here. We not gonna sit here and look for excuses and weak ass business moves and all this lame shit. This dude literally paid money to not fight Terence Crawford, people. That's right, Andy C. Ugas for the win. They paid money to not fight Terence Crawford, to not have to deal with Bud. That is absolutely insane. Hey, Southpaw Killer. He says, yep, my guy Town Business said he get credentials from Eddie Hearn and Bob gave Blue Blood interview, but Leonard Ellaby, PBC, who Spurs gave him the cold shoulder. I'm telling you, bro. Thank you. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Leonard Elby gave dude the cold shoulder. Guess what? Bob Arum will sit down with you. You could talk shit about Bob. Guess what? He still sit down with you and give you an interview. Eddie Hearn is really fucking a cool guy, if I'm honest. I had an interview with him early on. Cool ass fucking dude. Didn't look at me like I was just, you know what I'm saying? Just cool guy. Didn't give me no cold soldier. Talk to me like, you know what I'm saying? But those guys over there, you hear stories. The Kelly Swanson lady, you know, making it hard for black media guys. You know, the black media is all the way up top. You know, like they do funny shit, man. I heard the stories, but your favorite YouTuber's not gonna come out here and expose that shit. But that's the real. It's hard to get a fight over there. It's hard to get media credentials for PBC. It's hard. You got to be like Boxing Scene or somebody like that to easily get the credentials. Marco Villegas and all those dudes from Fight Hub. You got to be one of those dudes to easily get credentials. They're not just letting any black guy with a platform in there like Top Ranker Matchroom would. And that's just the truth. Yeah, Crawford is free now, and they're still like freezing him out. So all that shit was just smoke and mirrors, you guys. All of it was just smoke and mirrors. It was propaganda. The whole Bob Arum thing with Bob Arum was just the perfect scapegoat. Perfect scapegoat, you guys. That's all that was. It was just the perfect scapegoat. Hey, Mike Jones, they do got some of my favorite fighters. The Bronze Bomber is my favorite boxer. But he's the only one that kind of seems to kind of do what he wants to do, and he'll give the people what they want. That's why I strongly believe Deontay Wilder should be respected amongst all boxing fans, because he gave the people what they wanted. And he went out how he said he was going to go out. Win, lose, or draw. So I'm not a PBC hater by any means. I like Tony Harrison, right? Eddie Slandy Lara, one of my favorite fighters, even though he's at the twilight now. He's in the twilight zone. There's a lot of dudes over there I like, but the main guys that they tend to focus on, they be moving like divas, man. And the most notable one is Errol Spence, man. He said Crawford going back to Master Bob. Nah, he might do some fight by fight things, which would be smart. Fight Taylor. Who else? Bob don't really got too many guys. Now, some guys that 140, they may be moving up. He can probably, fight with them dudes. But yeah, I seen a little link pop up. Errol Spence fans doing their job. Hey, you ain't lying, Zolife. The winner could have fought Ugas. There was no rush paying step aside money. Ugas could have handled his business with Stanionis, in my opinion. I'm telling you, man. They came out of pocket just to not deal with that whole situation, man. This shit's crazy. But hey, that's boxing, man. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen in boxing. You just never know. For all we knew a week ago, it was looking like Errol Spence had no choice but to either deal with Terence Crawford or Jerron Boots Ennis. But magically out of nowhere, and I think Errol Spence is the new. Actually, he's still the Pootie Tang of boxing, but he found a way to get Ugas out of that jam. They got him out of the jam, and now they're gonna do their fight instead of just giving the people what they wanted. He's gonna give you what he wants to give you, and I'm gonna laugh if fans ain't willing to accept it. That's what hey. Nora Conan says Spence has no undefeated champs on his resume. Big facts. Yep, he don't. He fought all fighters that's been beaten already. All guys where the blueprint is out on them already. You know what I'm saying? Tell y'all, man, this shit's starting to really look like propaganda to me. This whole thing is starting to look like it's manufactured. Like, is this dude Errol Spence really is who they say he is? Is he really? I got to see it. I have a feeling Ugas go upset him too. Ugas will either upset this dude or He gonna either upset dude or he gonna make him look bad to the point where fans gonna be like, yeah, he ain't the same guy no more. Then the fight ain't gonna sell well. It's not gonna do well on the buys and shit. Let's not act like it is. Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of cap. Let me see what the comments are saying. Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. Errol Spence Jr. will be going up against Dennis Ugas in either March or April of 2022. It's not necessarily the fight that fans want to see, but I guess they're giving us what they want to give us. It's not what I want to see. This is something that could have waited. This is something that could have waited. But we on Errol Spence's time, and then we ain't gotta abide by that shit. We just don't buy the pay-per-view. Make sure they don't even reveal the numbers. That's what we go do. We gonna make sure those numbers don't even get revealed. And I really hate to do that and say the shit like that. And I still may even buy it myself just because of Ugas. But hey, if the fans and the collective effort don't want to buy that fight, hey, I'm all with it. Don't buy it. Don't get hustled by these dudes any longer. Really, this is not even a pay-per-view fight. It's not even a pay-per-view fight. And Ugas probably, he likely will get robbed on the cards. Ugas go really have to make a statement. Nora Conan says, don't buy it. He said, don't buy it or stream it. So I said the guys in the comment section are a lot more ruthless. Hey, I saw that too, Timothy Wells. I saw that too. But Suleiman said he's going to try to make the Spence Bud fight happen. But let's see what Suleiman could do. Ortiz is the number one in the WBC. So it may have to be a situation. If Virgil Ortiz is willing to step aside and let Crawford take the front seat over him, they may have to pay Ortiz to take a back seat or something. Or Crawford may fight Ortiz in an eliminator. That's a lot of work to do for a guy that's considered the best in the sport, right? That's just a lot, right? He got to ask the sanction bodies to make himself a mandatory. So he'll automatically be taking a lesser cut just to fight this dude. That's a lot. That's a lot, bro. Why do he got to do all of that, though? As I'm breaking it down, it just sounds like, why does this guy at 33, 34 years old, who's at the top of his game, who's considered the pound-for-pound best, got to do all this shit to get a fight? But nobody else, Ugas, Porter, Mikey Garcia, Danny, nobody, they didn't have to do nothing. They didn't have to be on pay-per-view first. They didn't have to pack no arenas. They didn't even have to have a motherfucking belt. It's crazy. And salute to Goodfellas Sports TV for sharing this video. Hey, they charged us for tune-up fights. He said because Bud ruining careers. Yeah, they charged us for tune-up fights. This Spence Ugas, in many eyes, is a tune-up fight. I think Ugas is good, and I think Ugas is capable of beating Spence, in my opinion. Especially considering Ugas is the most active guy over there. He's been the most active. Hey, Mr. Julio G, you ain't lying. They're not ashamed at all. This was the best case scenario for them. After Spence essentially was trapped between Boots and Bud, right? He was trapped in the gun. And then Virgil Ortiz was on the outside lingering with the sniper rifle. He essentially found a way out. He magically found a way out. I mean, this dude is the new Houdini of boxing. He is the Pootie Tang of boxing. Errol Spence is the Pootie Tang of boxing. He can get out of any predicament. He got out of this jam. The pressure was on for Errol Spence to fight Crawford in 2022, the pressure was on. But now he relieves some of that pressure with by the name of Dennis Ugas. And his fans also contributed in the process. They got the job done, and now this is a victory for Errol Spence. He gets to stay away from Crawford for another year. And this is why Terence Crawford should simply move on from Errol Spence Jr. Really move on from dude. He didn't even say, it's not like Spence came out and said, you know what, after I take care of Ugas, I'll fight Crawford or no shit like that. He didn't even say that. He don't really have no real intentions on fighting Crawford. But what he is going to do is that he's going to see if Crawford wants to fight now that he has 3 belts. And they're going to really lowball Crawford to the point where Crawford's not going to take it. It's chess, right? They playing chess and all this shit. That's why I say Crawford should go up to fight Jamel. Jamel ain't no punk like Spence. Jamel he do some buster-like things, but as a fighter, he's a real warrior. And if challenged, I believe he will take the smoke. Crawford should go after Jamel Charlo. Forget dealing with Spence. Salute to D-Lo 44 Boxing. Y'all go subscribe to D-Lo 44 Boxing. And salute to Peter Fresco. I see you in the building. Zolife 813. Yep. He said it's not even chess when you know they moves, right? These dudes, man, it's funny. So it looks like 2022 has already been decided, you guys. We didn't even get to January yet to look and see how things was going to look. We didn't even get to look down on the horizon to see what was to come at all. I mean, they're already telling us what's happening. And it's definitely not going to be Spence versus Crawford. Yeah, I know, D-Lo. That's true. That's very true, bro. Jamel may not get past Castano. He may not get past him. Castano's a real deal. He's a live dog. He said it's some alternative boxing type shit. That's right. What's up, Cool Breeze? I see you in the building. Yep. Some alternative boxing. But like I said, I think Ugas winning would be good. Depending on how he decides to move after he gets the belts. It'll be a good little twist. The guy that beat Crawford in the amateurs will be his final battle at welterweight. You know, shit like that. That'd be a kind of like a cool little story. But Errol Spence Jr. has been nothing but just the fans are coming for him. Don't be fooled by what you're seeing on YouTube because of the bigger channels and shit. Now you go on Twitter and you see what people are really saying. They coming for this guy. Boxing fans are upset. They are not happy about this fight. That's right, y'all. Hit that like button. He said Ugas could beat Spence to a pulp and still lose, man. Telling you. Yep, Ugas versus Bud, man. I think Ugas versus Bud. I'm thinking that may possibly, you just never know in boxing, but I'm thinking that could possibly be the fight, y'all. Ugas versus Crawford. And I'll say good riddance. Thank you. If Ugas can get the job done, thank you. I am so tired of arguing with these dudes. I'm so tired of all the propaganda and the lies and bullshit in boxing. Get this dude out the way. Ugas make a fight with Crawford in late 2022, 23, whatever. Y'all both around the same age anyway, so it won't be none of that aging out process. Y'all both older guys. Let's get this show on the road. So I'm going for Ugas, like I said. I'm going for Ugas. I'm hoping Ugas could pull it off. That'd be a good story for him. You know what I'm saying? Cuban fighters don't have it easy. Politics usually they can never get through the politics of boxing. The politics of boxing usually beat Cuban fighters down. But Ugas has been fortunate enough to being able to maneuver through the politics. Him and guys like Lara have been really fortunate to not have to deal with too many politics. He don't have the punch volume. Now, Ugas could punch. He got the volume to keep Spence honest. Spence don't like to punch with you. He tends to cover up until you're finished. Ugas probably in really, really good shape. Ugas always in shape. Really good output. Um, he can make it tough for Spence. Spence didn't necessarily look strong against Danny neither. That weight cutting. So if Ugas whoops his ass, good riddance, man. Nobody ain't dealing with this shit no more. Terence Crawford should move on from this dude. See what Keith Thurman potentially doing, how he looks. You don't need power to beat Spence either. But see what Keith Thurman's doing. Hopefully if Ugas beats Spence, that'll be a good scenario. Maybe Ugas will be willing to unify with none of this shit all out in the public with the numbers and everything like that. Or go up to 154, man. You know, those are tougher, more dangerous fights, but he needs to just stay busy and do what he got to do. You know, just don't waste no more time with Errol Spence. You already wasted time chasing Pacquiao around. He didn't want to fight $40 million, all this shit. Errol Spence is doing the same exact thing. So I think he should just go ahead and move on from this Spence shit. And this is why he probably was saying, I'm done talking about it. And fans was kind of getting on him like, hey, man, no, we want to talk about it. This is why Crawford was saying he was done with that fight, because he knew deep down, him as a fighter, him as a man, him as a warrior knows that this guy really don't want no part of me. But he ain't going to come out in the public and bash him like that. But now he is. But Crawford saw his eyes. He looked in that dude's eyes and knew that Errol Spence didn't want no smoke. He knew. He already knew. But now the public knows. We got a lot of clarity on this situation. This dude don't want no smoke. Heavy lifting. Nobody tell this dude do no heavy lifting, bro. Nobody in the boxing world told Errol Spence to lift nothing. We want you to box, bro. Nobody told you to lift nothing. Nobody told dude to box nothing. I mean, lift nothing. Hey, Errol Spence said that his kids don't eat off belts and all that. And, you know, he was acting like he needed a lot of money, but he's giving money up and he's going, man, this dude is a big walking contradiction. So, yeah, he got out of a jam, you know, potentially having to deal with Jerron Ennis, giving the fans the fight that they want to see with Terence Bud Crawford. He did a good job of maneuvering and making things happen behind the scenes. So if you want to say some chess moves and good business moves on some cowardice shit, then yeah, you can have it. All that heavy lifting, y'all. Hey, Drizzy KO says, dude saying Crawford Ben knew Ugas was fighting Spence. However, why isn't the issue with him talking his shit on Vegas? They crap about everything. Yeah, they do. They crap about everything. They cry about everything. Because the pressure's on this dude. And you got a mass majority of fans calling this dude a coward and a punk. And all everything under the sun. And this is something that they didn't foresee in the future. They didn't see this behavior from Errol Spence. Nobody did. I didn't. I thought Spence was going to be that dude. But once Crawford came around, I knew things were going to get interested. I was waiting for it because, if anything, I'm good at watching energy change. I was waiting for guys to be ducking dudes. Who's ducking who? I was looking for ducks. Spence turned out to be a big duck. He turned out to be a huge duck. Got a few more minutes, you guys. Yeah. I felt that I need to go live today. They doing a good job of making it look like it's Crawford fault. He should have took the 40. You know, all this stuff. You say you need power to keep him off you. I don't think Spence is, we'll see. It's been a while since Spence fought. Periods of inactivity, shit like that. Ugas probably gonna whoop his ass. Who is this dude? Shamarky Warsome. Are you talking trash? See, look, this is what they do though, right? I got thick skin. I deal with thousands of you dickheads daily. But he says idiots like this dude with a YouTube channel talking shit with their dumbass bias. Anybody can make a YouTube channel. Yeah, you go ahead and make one. See how that works out for you, bitch. How about you do that? You go ahead and you see how that works out for you, bitch. What's your name? Shamarky War Game. Yeah, you see how that works for you. See, they come on here and talk shit and call names and shit because I'm hurting their feelings about their favorite fighter because they some bitches. Somebody get this bitch ass dude up out of here. Shoot this motherfucker and get him up the fuck up out of here. Shooters, get him out of here, man. Shamarky War Game. Nobody know who you are. Get the fuck up out of here, punk. Yeah, get you up out of here. How you remove this dude, get him all the way up out of here. Get up out of here, bro. You ain't gonna come on my shit and talk shit. Fuck you, punk. Bitch ass Spence fan. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? He mad because I was talking about his favorite fighter. I was telling the truth. See, that's all they could do is talk shit and call you names. I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking about your favorite fighter and the way his fans as a group are acting. If the shoe fits, wear it, motherfucker. Yeah. They soft, bro. They soft, bro. They mad as hell, so they take shots because I'm just dropping facts on them. I'm just dropping that heat on them. They can't take it. Oh, you just mad. Your feelings. Hey, Nord Cannon, I really hope he pulls a Cambo on Spence, bro. I do. Say what you want. Butt hurt, angry. Hey, I hope Ugas whoops this motherfucker's ass. Why? Ugas is a black guy too. I'm rooting for Ugas. He said that's a 22. Wait, I got something harder. Hold up. Got the AR-15. Let's see what else I got over here. Oh, that sounds like a fucking pea shooter. Yeah, we got that dude up out of here though. And that's what they do. When you drop the truth, drop the facts, and it may be harsh, it may be taboo. I know, I get it. But they get in their feelings and they say, oh, well, you know, you're crying and all that. Look, Errol Spence Jr. has shown boxing fans for the better part of 3.5 years that he simply don't want to deal with Terence Crawford. Boxing fans are willing to pay to see Spence and Crawford in the ring. However, Errol Spence Jr. wants to give us what he wants to give us. Should fans pay for it? Hey, they don't pay for it. Hey, they do. Nathan Kano, I'm glad you said that. They talk more about Crawford than they actually, because Spence there's nothing to talk about. You hardly see dude, right? He don't got a social media presence. He's not out here giving interviews, and when he do is a quick little one-liners. You know, he's not out here in the mix, you know, mingling with fighters. You know, Crawford's still out there in Dubai and shit. You know, mingling with all the fighters seem like they're out in Dubai right now. But yeah, he ain't out here doing any of that shit. You know, he's hanging out with Yellow Beezy, kissing him on the couch and shit. Errol Spence is a fucking weirdo. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.